Hello and welcome, family and friends, to Wistful Vistas here in suburban San Diego, California. What I have here is a Bell Raystar helmet, a 2016 model that I purchased in earlier 2017 with the MIPS, Multi-Impact Protection System, built into the helmet. Very safe, very aerodynamic helmet. A little on the heavy side, but also Snell approved, so you get that little extra layer of protection built in with the layer. And what we're going to do, some of you may know that I'm pretty convinced about uClear as communication systems products. What we're going to do is we're going to mount these uClear Boost Pros into this helmet. We're going to get about 20-30%. Now, I'm not going to do a lot of editing on this film because of a couple of reasons. Number one, not much reason to. Number two, I'm just too darn lazy. So let's be honest about a couple of things here. These are uClear Boost Pro speakers, and for a motorcycle helmet, which is not the kindest environment for any kind of quality sound reproduction, they actually don't do a bad job. If you're into rock and roll with a lot of bass, they don't do too bad. What do you get in the package? Well, you get this nice clear hanging package thing here, the speakers themselves, and you open it up and you've got a couple, 3, 4, 5, or 6, or whatever the number is, little Velcro enclosures to attach the various pieces that have to be attached on these systems, and a little instruction set on how to put them into place. What we do is pull them off of that, and of course we will read those instructions and follow them very faithfully. But here you go. Here's the two speakers. Now, uClear earned its name from providing what are called boomless mic systems. And those work quite well, actually. I have a couple of helmets with the boomless mics. And that means that the mics are directional. You don't actually have an extension piece that has the mic associated with it. Some of the other systems have those, and they're actually quite bulky. These newer Boost Pro units do have a mic extension, but it's not a hard extension. And this little part here, don't know if this is going to show up well. Let's hold it against the white. This little part here is actually the mic for these Boomless Pros. Works very well. Okay, let's get started. First thing we do to install this system is to untangle the wires, which we have done successfully. No animals nor fingers were lost in the production of this video. This is the end that plugs into the uClear unit. It's a more or less proprietary to their system, but we need to make sure that however we wire up this helmet, that this ends up on the left-hand side. We don't want to use our throttle hand to tap on the device to make our communications changes. So we want to make sure that this comes out on the left-hand side. Actually, that's the right-hand side of the helmet. Let's rotate it. That this comes out on the left-hand side of the helmet, where I've already pre-positioned the uClear tab. This is the uClear module where all the magic happens. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all you need to have here. Here's the plug-in part. I don't know that's going to show up too well on video, but that's the plug-in part. And this just has two tabs that slide in onto that tab there that lock it into place. So again, on the left-hand side of the helmet, away from the throttle hand, and we'll position that so that we can pick up that connector. Okay, filming these things correctly is, if not impossible, pretty darn difficult in my opinion, because you're dealing with a small area. It's also black in there, also dark, so it's a little hard to pick it up. I'm going to get a light and shine it in there. But essentially we've got our non-throttle side here, and we're going to install this. Again, this was the mic extension that we were looking at. There it is, you can see it there. And that's going to go in that way right there, like that. We're going to put it under the cheek pad here. The very nice thing about this era of Star is that the cheek pads are actually installed using magnets. You don't have to snap them in. Very, very handy way to put these in. So other manufacturers, take note. Pretty neat. So the idea is to place the microphone extension about 5.5 inches apart, as is so conveniently indicated here. And there is a little red dot. These do have a little red dot, and that red dot is supposed to be facing down. So if we look at this, that means that we can conveniently use right about where this little cover lies here, right about there, to place the mic. They come with a little Velcro wrap, and we'll try and set them down there. The installment kit comes with some Velcro fasteners, and there's a sticky side, a tacky side, non-sticky tacky side, to be technical. And we pull those apart, and there's a little 3M adhesive strip that we're going to stick down here and then sandwich that mic between them. All right, we've installed our left-hand side, the control side of the speakers in the helmet. Got a light shining on it. Again, this is a bit of a challenge. I'm trying to do a public service here, folks. Be kind to me. But I've got it down inside the cheek pads with our little lead running forward. Now I have to run this wire. Let's take that out of there. From there, I have to run this wire around the helmet and install the corresponding piece on the other side of the helmet. I'm going to put this cheek pad, that's easy for you to say. I'm going to put this cheek pad back in place now. And there's my little mic lead there. That's going to be underneath the cheek pad. We have to thread the restraining strap through it, drop it down in there. And even with the magnets, you'll get a nice little click as they roll into place there. Got them? Yep, they're in there. So there we have it. That speaker is in on that side. If you don't believe me, you can see it down in there. Now we've got to route that mic back up to the peak of the helmet. All right, we peel these two little pieces apart here. We've got our red dot. Not sure if that's going to show up on GoPro or not, but we're going to have our red dot set up down, and we know that right about here puts these things just about 5.2 inches apart. So going to peel that Velcro apart. Thank you, Velcro, wherever you are. And we're going to set that one piece in there and then put the mic right on top of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, try to contain your unbounded enthusiasm, but we are installed. We have installed a uClear Bass Pro. It's not bass, it's not a fish, but we've installed it. We've got it routed around inside the helmet there. We have our little mic pickups on the front and the unit mounted on the side. All we have to do now is get it out on the road and give it a test drive. Easy peasy. Thanks to the uClear company for providing a great communication system.